What's going on, YouTube? Oh, God. Well, it's time for another weekend workshop update. Let's get to it. Yo. Okay, so as we can see, we've got the Peterbilt back on the bench again. What did I get done this week? Well, for starters, we've got the rear suspension on, and we've got a couple of pieces falling off already. So basically what I got done here is I got the rear axles fully assembled, and I got the rear suspension fully assembled. And as you can see, I have used my putty technique to reapply the cast iron or cast steel texture to the axles. Most of the axle components and some of the suspension components, like here, because these would have been made out of cast steel. And I also added some to the front axle. Of course, this whole front end parts was an afterthought, so it's not perfect, but once it's painted you'll never notice. Other than that, I have the battery box installed, some of the other small bits. And one thing that I did with the battery box is, because of the way that they're designed, obviously they have a sloped mount here. So out of the box, if you was to tilt this up on its side, that box cover would have just slid off. So anytime you handle the model, the battery box cover falls off, which is annoying. So what I did was I basically marked the location of this line here, this break between the batteries, this recess, detailed recess there, and I just put a piece of small styrene strip in there that lines up with that slot, so that when you put it on, it basically locks into place and it won't slide off of there. It will come off if you flip it upside down, obviously, but that should never happen once it's assembled. Then I got some work done on the body. I bought, a while back, I bought the set of Detail Master Peterbilt parts that they have. I still have one of them here. It's the grill set. It comes with the front radiator grill and the air conditioner grill, and they also have a set for the headlight surrounds and other little details. It comes with the little louver panel here and the oil. I don't know if that's, I'm pretty sure that, no, that's oil. The radiator's up here. That's where they've opened it up for the oil dipstick. And then it also comes with the vent covers, but I'm just going to leave those the way that they are. And how I did that was I took the detail that was there, and I used this, it's basically a really sharp chisel. You can see that edge there. And basically you can just put it on here and zip, zip, zip. Basically shaves the detail away. It will gouge the plastic if you're not careful, but we did okay. So then basically I shaved away the molded on panels, and then I sanded it smooth, so I'm going to have to replace a couple of the rivet details in there, but I'll use Archer transfers for that. And then the headlight surrounds, basically they come flat. You take them off the sprue and they're very, very thin, so they bend real easy. And I just took a drill bit that was about the same size as that contour there, the corner, and I just basically used my hands and wrapped it around the drill bit until it basically took on the shape that I needed, and it held it on its own. And then it was just a matter of applying the super glue to hold it on there. So that's that. Like I say, I just got to get the Archer transfers and get those rivets back in there, and then that can be cleaned up. I still got a few mold lines to clean up, and I did use my X-Acto blade to open up the panel lines a little bit better. But that's about it for this week. Doesn't seem like I got a whole lot accomplished, but this whole suspension assembly is a bit time consuming, and now that that's done, I can start working on some of the other bigger things that'll go a little quicker, like tanks and in the interior. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the interior yet. That was the other thing I wanted to bring up too, was this new workshop that I got. Or not new workshop, but I moved it down into the basement. And one of the things that I needed was some more room for keeping all my detail parts. So off to the side here, I've got a little, it's basically a corner wall, and I moved all of my detail parts. This is all my Oslo and Plastkit and KFS and Moluminum and, you know, Detail Master and Photo Etch and things like that over there. And then I also have another little container that I keep all my other small detail parts in. But one thing I did was, I always like to keep reference on hand. So what I did was I put a hook on the wall, and then I have all of my reference photos that I need for my build that I'm working on at the moment, and printed them out, laminated them, and so now they're within easy reach. You know, anytime I need to look at a reference photo for suspension parts or interior and things like that, they're all right here. Granted, they're on the computer, but the computer's on another floor, and I don't feel like running back and forth. Yeah, I could pull them up on my phone if I wanted to also, but that's usually being used for other things at the time while I'm building, like playing music and things. And this is convenient for me, so I just, like I say, it's just a little something that I like to do. So then I just keep them clipped together like that, hang them on the wall, and they're right there. I just reach up there and grab them, look at them when I need to. Bada bing, bada boom, yada yada yada. So that's about it. Enough of me blabbering. Let's get on with it. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.